Steamroll is a game that didn't go anywhere. And I say that because usually in my very, very large and very diverse group of Steam friends, somebody at least, at the very minimum, at least has the game on their wish list, right? This game, nothing. I am the only person that has the game or who has played it. It's quite interesting. Actually, that's one of the draws now. Now it's like, okay, let's get in, let's figure out why. But first, let's talk about the backstory here. So, Steamroll was originally on Kickstarter last year. It did not make it. Its concept is, if you remember the ball, that's pretty much what you're getting, right? The ball was a really great, here's a giant sphere, you're kind of rolling around, you have physics and all that stuff. You have a little bit of balancing act you have to do sometimes, depending on what kind of puzzle it is that you're going for. This game is a bit more puzzle focused. I actually was drawn to the game because I initially looked at it and said, hey, that looks like a steampunk Marble Madness. And I haven't played Marble Madness in like 30 years, so it was like, hey, that would be kind of neat to jump in there and see, what a modern day Marble Madness is. Well, it's not quite that. You get the physics of controlling, a little giant steampunk looking marble thing, but you don't really get anything else. It's mostly puzzle focused. Let's look at the price point. The price point at $12.99. That's a little pricey, given that the game's concept can almost entirely be explained through, one or two screenshots, and that's it. That's all you need. It was on Steam Early Access for a while. There's, if you look at the previews or the reviews for it, there's 11 of them as of this recording. I would be 12. And all of them are positive. So it's like, okay, wow. So you have this game that has, nothing but positive reviews. Not a lot of them, albeit, but still, they're all positive. It's a very simple concept. It looks good. So what's the deal? So I got in and I played through 6 or 5 of the 20 levels. And it's an okay game. That's the thing. It's like I get done. It's kind of like, all right, hey, it's an okay game. It's all right, I mean, each level you have a couple of look at the right hand side here. Current scores. You have 9 resources, 532, right? Then you have like your sub goals. 9 resources, 200 seconds. So you race against time and using resources. Less than 300 seconds. At some point they should just use minutes, really. And this one here, 500 seconds. 250 seconds. So they have these like sub goals. So there's replayability here. So what's the deal? So let's get in. I'm gonna play a level that I've already done because I want to show you guys how the game works. Again, good looking game, good music, right? Music's perfect for it. It doesn't stand out. It's not weird. There's a little bit of a story going on here. So you are a junior mine worker, right? And all your in this, and I can't go back that way now. Yeah, that's your guy right there, right? It's basically the steampunk Victorian era, kind of like Ironclad, as a matter of fact. You could put Ironclad. Oh crap, I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about, that puzzle game that I love to death that I can't remember the name of. You could put these two games in the same universe and nobody would bat an eye. So you have these, what the heck was that? You have these little plates that you can step on, and then you become a turret, right? You can rotate around, okay? Normally you would just be this ball, and if you look at the lower left corner, you have a certain amount of steam that you'd go through as you're moving. Let me go and just go against the wall here and start pumping it out, see? Once I run out of steam, that's it. Like, you have to start the whole level over. The problem is, see, this is me now, because I'm in like, let's figure out what went wrong with this game, The problem is that they introduced you to the steam mechanic and they're saying, hey, if you run out, you're done. You have to start the level over. And it's like, okay, cool, that's neat. I like that. You have to manage it, a little bit of resource management. Then every time you jump on one of these things, right? Now I get back out. Now I'm full. And I could sit here and I could crank this thing out and go back in there over and over and over again, and I will forever have infinite steam. And because these things exist like every couple of feet, I mean, granted, I'm only in the first 5 levels, so maybe later on it becomes an issue, but I feel like it should be more of an issue. I have been able to, I could complete each one of the puzzles that I've done so far without having to refill my steam. That's how much they give you. There's too much. The other thing I noticed is, that's great. You have this system right here, and then I can basically crank it up, and it shows you where you're gonna go and whatnot. But I can't turn that off. Like, it takes the guesswork out of things. Have you ever played a pool simulator, or any billiards game, video game? Like you're basically looking at where the ball is gonna go, and it's like, I think that's cool, but you're also like taking away some of the strategy here. I mean, all that I basically end up doing is, and now this isn't entirely true. Some of the levels actually require that you think, and I'm gonna show you one of those in just a minute. But but for the most part, I could just go through and just wave it around, So it's just kind of like, okay, so let's see, does this work? No. 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 Well, hold on a minute. Ah, there it is. Almost. There's the angle we want. It gets it where we want to go. Like, see, it basically it takes it from actually thinking about where and trial and error, and just basically says, hey, just input the reticule where you want it, and that's pretty much it. Now, on the right hand side, when you select the ball here on this little tool, you can actually you choose the ball type. I have an explosive here, and I have a couple other things. And when you choose the ball type, you can go up one, and you could choose to rotate it for this one. Right, this one doesn't really have any options. That's why it closes. It's a really neat system. It's simple. It fits in with it's not like some weird GUI that they kind of overlaid on top of it that looks like crap. Like, it fits with the lore of the game. So let's see. Let me go ahead and I'll show you guys when we get past this here. Up and rotate, and then we basically just, because again we can see where it's going. We'll just do this. All right, so we'll hit that, and then we'll follow up with another one right about there. Now that's gonna open up the door on the other side for me. Now I have a problem that I have these explosive barrels here and here and here, and I have this stuff right here that's in the way. So I could drop one of my rocks here, one of my bombs, and I can go through. But that's dangerous because, as you can see, it also the blast radius also includes me. So how do we get away from that? Initially, I tried to. This is where some of the fun puzzle stuff comes in, right? I tried to bounce it around in here a lot, thinking, hey, I'll bounce it around a lot, and then I'll get out of the way. Doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. We could try that again, though, actually. No. I bet there's a way. If I could bounce around like a whole lot, I'll probably do it, but I'm not going to do that today. Now, again, I just basically wiggle this thing around until it looks like, until I find a good spot for it, and I think that might be a good spot, and I rotate this until, there you go. Then I shoot it, and then I go ahead and prep the bomb here. And I can't shoot it too hard. That is a little bit less, actually. I don't want to. There you go. I want to get the rocks, not necessarily the exploding barrels that are right next to me. Yes, those are exploding barrels. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I'll move through this. Then we have another puzzle coming up here. But this is going to be. Oh. And basically, we get to the other side. Now, there's a story here, right? The guy is, so the guy thinks it's his fault because he did something, and then everything basically triggered and went crazy, and all the mines collapsed in the elevator and all that stuff, right? And so you're you're basically stuck down here, and you're trying to help other people that are stuck down here. Now, everything is told through dialogue overlays so far, and these over there on the other side, you see there's two lights on the left-hand side and two red lights there. That is like a radio beacon, and you get like these messages and stuff like that. You communicate with people. You can't really choose the dialogue, of course. It just kind of comes over. And it's like, oh, hey, there's some mysterious person that's down here. I have to go find them or something. And that's pretty much it. So this introduces you to the ramp ball, but I'm not going to show you it because we're going to go to another level here where you're going to see the ramp ball in action. This guy here. Now this is the first time when I was like, holy crap, okay, yeah, there's some actual thought that needs to happen in this game. So first, here's our level. Where we have to go, if you look at the upper right corner, all the way over there, I can't even really show you, but way down there at the end of this walkway on the other side is a door. That's where we have to go. First, let's go ahead and get this thing cranked up. Alright, that should be enough. Get those bridges across, I think. Uh-oh. One more, just in case. I'm gonna crank that thing one more time. There you go. Should be sufficient. Now we go. Then here's another beacon here. This guy says, yeah, he's like, evacuate! Veluska here, no need to evacuate. Ha ha ha, all machines are failing down here, but I won't give up on this mine so easily. Veluska, don't be a fool, are you drunk again? Probably yes. What kind of a place is this? Alright, so here's your puzzle, right? Like, I have to get, if you look on the other side over there, you see there's a platform I have to make it on top of. Now I can't just, now as a ball, I can't just climb up a vertical wall. So I need to get these little boosts, these little power-ups. Just going to get those. Shoot this thing a couple times. Boom, got it. Alright. Now those balls don't hurt you. The explosive ones, however, will. See, the reticule showing you basically exactly where the ball is going to go. It just takes away the fun of it. Ah, yes, and the other thing, yeah, because let me go to settings here, just to make sure. Like, am I dumb? Yeah, no, there's nothing here that says disable the guide. Nothing. So it's like, what can I possibly do to change it? I can't. I'm basically stuck looking at this thing. The other thing is too, and this is actually super important. You actually, even with the mouse and keyboard, you only have 16 degrees of rotation. One, right? So basically like 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiply that by 4, right? That's all you have. So you can't even like make very unique and precise. Yeah. So you have these tools. You have a tool that reflects. It would make the game more difficult, sure, right? But you could build levels to support that a bit better, you know, and to support the curve there. And that way, when you get to the later levels, it becomes like freaking impossible. But because you only have so many degrees, basically you're just like, okay, well, I know that it's going to be one of these 16, and if I'm aiming a certain direction, I know it's going to be at least one of like 3. There's no precision there, you know. I would say if you put up, maybe the ramps themselves could be locked to a grid, and that would help kind of, and then you could basically normalize a bounce based off that, maybe. But what do we do from here, right? So each one of these things has a different tool that you could use. So this one is ramps. Let's just double check. Yeah, ramps. Okay. And I need to get a ramp over there to the side over here, on the other side, on the left there. I need to get a ramp on that. Well, I can't do it without having a couple bouncy walls up, right? A couple reflector walls. So let's go ahead and take a look where we put that. These are bombs, right? These are, I think, what is this, like nothing? I forget. Very low pressure. Won't be able to shoot steam balls very far from here. Yep, okay. So pressure is going somewhere. I bet something must be really overcharged. And okay, this one has walls. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so I put down a wall, no problem. You can just crush it, you're good. Now this one also has walls. Guys, give it a little bit, tiny little bit. There we go. Boop. Okay, great. Now then this one, same thing. Now, real quick, remember he says one of these must be severely overcharged. That's going to be the one on the left that's smoking. Okay? It may not be totally obvious, but you have to, if you skip that text, and I'll admit, the first time I came through and I was playing, it was super late, and I might have been drunk. So I missed that entirely. So I basically beat my head against the wall on this thing, on this mission, because I couldn't figure out how to get by without that tip. I was a little too far gone. Let's see. So we want to line it up here, and then rotate it. Pretty good. And that should be sufficient. Now, We're gonna go over here to the other side. This is where we fire off the ramp. And we just crank that bitch. There it is, right there. You see on the other side. Watch it. Let's watch it. Boop. There's my ramp. And then we just fire another one. Why not? And not a ramp, though. We want to make it just a regular ball. Just a regular old ball. Can we shoot a ball up there? It doesn't look like it's going to hit the target. That's unfortunate. Hold on a second. You know what? It's not, because my first... Oh, man. Alright, so... For the sake of time, I'm going to just jump to the next map. But here's the error that I made. I set up... And you remember, I was like just tapping it very, very slowly, trying to get it just perfect, and I did not get it perfect. This ramp right here needs to come back. It needs to come that way, basically, just like a foot. And then, you see... Then the ramp would be in a better position. I could fire another ball up here, and then I'd be able to hit this button. This button will open this door, and it would basically lead me to the next level. Unfortunately, because I'm a gigantic ball, I can't reach that button. And that's it. So that's ripped this level here. I would basically, if I was shooting to hit some of these sub-goals, then I would basically just restart the whole thing because, you know, because of that error right there. I did not see that coming. So bloop, and let's go jump off this, see what happens. You just fall apart. You are dead. P.S. I know that font. It's like third floor from the top or something like that, or third floor or something. There's like a number in there, I think. I used it for a band when I was working with bands back in 2002, 2003? No, 2004. This is a pretty old font. All right, so we know we goofed. Hold on. Yeah, we know we goofed. So now let's go try a level that I have not played yet. This one seems to have some interesting mechanics. I came in and I played this first part here. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, I can see this is going to be a pain in the ass room because you have these valves here that are spewing off pressure. And check this out. A lot of pressure. Quite a bit. And yet the bridge is folded. New Steam log page. So your Steam log is basically it's this. It just tells you a little bit about everything. And we get one of these things for every item that you go through. You have tunnels, you have all kinds of stuff. And it's funny, this is actually one of the disappointing things. I saw there was so much focus on the puzzle aspect of it. I was like, damn, where's the Marble Madness part of it? But you know what, maybe I'm the only one that really gave a crap about Marble Madness, you know? Maybe it's not its time yet. So we collect our bombs that way. Now we can't shoot anything in here. No matter how hard we push it, you see it's just not going to work. Right? It's just not happening. You're not going to get to that. The button is on the other side of that valve right there. So we have to figure out a way to get through. So, first thing we do, we blow up this. And then, because I know there's something down there I have to blow up, I'm going to chuck this down there. Kaboom! Alright, that took care of whatever that was. And then we throw one in here. Now again, look at just one tap, and it's like I go from one prime target to another prime target. There's no in between. You can't mess this up. Eventually, you will figure out the puzzles because there's only so many things you could do, right? Some of them are a little bit more complicated because you have moving parts like this valve here, right? And you'll see this, you know, as you incorporate more of these valves, you know, or items like this that require that you juggle a couple different mechanics, that's when it's going to start becoming a bit more apparent that you have, you know, you have to actually put a little bit, put your thinking caps on just a wee bit. Here's a pipe, and here's some demolition, and that's where my bomb went. All right, so this room is fresh to me, totally fresh. Again, I mean, I'm just blowing steam, just coming through here, no problem, easy. And then all I have to do is basically park it on that circle right there, and that's it. Let's take a look around first before we park it. So I have a couple of ramps, the green are ramps, another set of ramps over there, so I guess that's like 4 ramps. Looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons that I have to hit with balls. Oh, it's actually, he's saying at the bottom actually. all connected by 4 valves. Okay, so I guess he's going to tell you, you don't have to worry about figuring it out, guys. He's going to tell you all about it. Okay, so I have a couple explosives, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's get those. We definitely want these. There we go. Okay, so now I have 4 ramps. This is again, this goes back to the you only have 16 points. This is 16 degrees of to work with. I can already see where the ramps need to go because the reflectors there are telling me, basically. Okay, so let's just put our ramps up then. It's obvious where they go, so there's no point in really fussing about. There we go. Okay, so now I need to reach those. So I'm guessing one of them is going to be accessible. And I basically just go through the motions of figuring it out. Oh, none of them are accessible. Huh. Oh wait, hold on a second. There's another one down here below me. There's 5 of them. Right there. I can rotate the camera around a little bit. You can see it. Yeah, right there. What's that do? Ah! Okay, so it rotates them. And I can hit it again. So rotate it 90 degrees. That's all I need. There's 4 points. 90 degrees each time. Basically hit these. Done. I think that... Wait, did that do it? Oh, wait, did that one turn off? The red lights on these things, I swear one just turned off. Let's try it again. Can't go that way. Okay, so I'm going to have to hit this guy again. And that's going to... Okay. Now I should be able to hit this one. Yep. Okay, I'm shutting off the lights here. This one too. Uh-oh. I turned on a light. I don't want that. Okay, now let's rotate this. Turning off the lights is the goal, right? I need to do all this and then be like, oh, well. Okay, nope. Okay. Rotate again. Let's go and hit... I'm guessing that one. That has to be it. I mean, thankfully I could just undo it, right? Just by shooting again. This is very much a losing angle here on like all fronts. Every front there's a thing that's pointing at it here. So let's hit it again. Alright, so from here I'll be able to hit it with this. Let's see if that's it. That's it! I close all the valves. Oh, I need to open all the valves. Damn it! Okay, no problem. No problem. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I guess I just lost track if red was on or if red was off, so... We're all good. We're all good. Just turn them all on. Easy. Oh, I'm out of balls. Oh! Hold on. Come on. Last checkpoint. Yes. Nice. Okay, we're good. We're totally good. Hey, at least there's a resource there that is not infinite. Probably, you know, there's probably some levels where you have to actually double tap on these things, on these boxes in order to get them, because you only have so many to work with. Or, actually, perhaps they want you to use these explosives. The explosive will get it, right? I think. Let's find out. Might as well. We just got here. Okay, not really. But it does take 2 hits to get that, and the bomb just took off the entire thing, so I guess it does save you 1. Okay, so let's see. Can't hit anything, so we're gonna have to hit that first. Okay. Now we set up our 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn that one on. One of them's already on, so we want to leave that one on, you know? I don't know which one that is, though. I'm willing to bet it's probably this one. Not just on the other side, this side. This one should do the one closest to the... Oh, nope, that was right, okay. That was a waste of a ball there. But it's fine, because I have a couple explosives left. And, did I have bombs last time? I probably could have used the bombs anyway, because they still would hurt. Or hit. Alright, let's go and rotate it again. But I don't think I would have had enough to get through the whole thing. I don't know. We'll do it nice and clean. We're going for a record here. We're going for a record here. There we go. And the bridge is up. Now we get out of this. The bridge has been activated. Now we go back to that room. Even before I destroyed the elevator. Yep. And that's it. So the price point on this thing, I mentioned it earlier. Let's talk about that a little bit. $12.99. It seems a bit pricey. Again, for a game that you could basically explain in a screenshot, right? I feel like, at a minimum, if you guys are into puzzle games, probably throw it up on your watch list, wait for it to go on sale. But I have a hard time saying that this is a game that you want to drop, you know, $12.99. There you go, that's the end. That's the end of this level. And let's see, I didn't get any of my... Wow, I got 250 seconds, half the time. 29 resources, that could have been done, totally. Could have used bombs instead. Not wasted bombs, that would have helped as well. 400 seconds, that could have easily been done. I definitely wasted my time a little bit here and there. I was showing you guys around. So yeah, at $12.99 it's kind of difficult. I feel like once you break that double-digit mark, right? You go from like, you know, from 9 to 10. That's when it starts to feel like, it hurts a little bit. If this game was $9.99, I'd be like, yeah, it's $10. It's $10. You know, it's easy. But for some reason, $12.99 just feels like it's so much more. But unless you're a puzzle lover, right? If you like puzzles, and if you played the ball, if you're into that steampunk thing, and you're trying to collect them all, you have a category in Steam about steampunk games, then maybe you should definitely jump all over it. But it's interesting to see that not a single freaking person even had it on their wish list on my friends list. So I'm very curious, actually. And I don't normally say, you know, leave a comment below, but I'm very interested in what your guys' take is on this. Is it the price points? Is it the concept? Is it the visual aesthetic? Maybe it's just not the hip thing right now. In terms of concept, is it because it's a puzzle game? Maybe it doesn't come off as a puzzle game, right? As it should. Or is it the opposite? I was drawn to it because of Marble Madness. I was like, yeah, Marble Madness style game, and it ended up not being. It's hard to say it's because people bought the game and didn't like it. You can't say that because there'd be more negative reviews. Somebody would have been like, hey, this game isn't all it's cracked up to be. So that's not the case. People are buying the game and they're liking it. They're just not drawn to it. So it's very interesting. You can say poor PR, but everybody gets a chance at the front page at least once, right? Front page of Steam. So this is Indie for Breakfast. My name is Mike, aka Fony. This game is called Steamroll. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.